with your chef's tip of the day, in my case, Cook Next Door. Some people worry about eating tomato sauce, or gravy as we call it, because of the acid. To absorb the acid in the gravy, all you need to do is peel a potato, dump it in as you're preparing your gravy, and let it simmer for the full 4 or 6 hours that you're cooking it. At the end, you can toss it, or you can eat the potato. It's pretty good. I'll be back with a full recipe for preparing gravy and meatballs in a minute.
Well, if you're not hungry yet, you're about to be, because our next guest was born and raised in South Philly, an Italian family, so you know cooking is kind of like a sport.
Yeah, and she's actually an author as well, the author of a brand new book called Gravy Wars. Please welcome to the 10 show here in our Philadelphia radio and TV personality, now author Lorraine Ranalli.
Hey, Lorraine.
I have one correction, because somebody's going to give me grief. I wasn't born and raised in South Philadelphia, but I was born and raised South Philadelphia Italian, which is different than any other kind of Italian in the country.
I see.
We're special
so
here.
Where were you born and raised then?
In Delaware County. But I was born in Methodist Hospital. But I was raised.
That's almost South Philly.
But I was raised South Philly Italian because the family was from South Philly, and so weekends were spent down there, and you shop down there, you get your meat, your cheese, and all that important stuff.
Okay,
We've got the record straight, and now you have something for us.
I do have something for you. Some aprons, because you're going to help me cook.
We're going to get messy here?
We're going to get a little messy. Got Lori, the saucy chef, and gave you the stir it up apron, okay?
Oh, there we go.
And we're going to make some meatballs,
Hair.
homemade meatballs, and we're going to put together gravy, and I'll show you how we measure everything and do everything, because it's just, everybody does it similarly, but it's very competitive. Everybody kind of makes it their own.
How different are these meatballs and how that they're prepared in Italy? Or do they prepare meatballs in Italy?
Well, they don't
Is it a South Philly thing?
No, they do serve meatballs, but not with pasta or macaroni in Italy.
Interesting.
So, yeah, true Italians kind of laugh at what we do in America, serving the spaghetti and
We
meatballs
laugh right
together.
back.
Exactly. Whatever.
Let's get cooking.
So here's what we do. We get cooking. We start with 3 eggs to a pound of ground meat mix. This is beef, pork, and veal. You put that right in there. See how we measure everything? A little handful or 2 of breadcrumb. I use seasoned breadcrumb, Italian seasoned, but we have to add our own. A little locatelli or pecorino romano cheese, like that. We do some garlic powder, just because I like garlic. Somebody got a little upset about
garlic powder and not garlic?
Little salt. Yeah,
Not
some
actual
people,
garlic?
everybody starts it differently. I just do the powder, okay? We're going for easy here. We're trying to make it simple.
That's the
This
truth.
thing's going to be done in no time, I have a feeling.
This is good. And then I just put a little extra parsley, like so.
So far,
we're good?
our aprons are in
Lori,
pristine condition. So
if
What
you
can I
wouldn't
do for
mind,
you?
could you pour some water in my hand?
Okay, you got to
Just
tell
go
me
ahead.
when, all right?
Just go ahead, fill it in there. Okay, that's good. That's about a handful or 2 of water, and we mix it all up.
But I could never follow this recipe,
Sure
Lorraine.
you can, because it'll be yours. This is how yours would differ from mine. All right, now I may need a little more breadcrumb. Oops,
All
I
right, a
spilled
little
some
more breadcrumb.
Little meat jumped out.
you're using
Okay,
the
that's good.
Cento breadcrumbs?
The Cento
I didn't know
breadcrumb.
they canned breadcrumbs.
Well, somebody's watching and they're saying, why isn't she just using her own bread and spicing enough? We morph it into our own.
That's
all
the
right?
Delaware County difference.
I don't know, because this was done in the South Philadelphia home my mother grew up in too. So we got nice, moist, wet meat. Now we make our meatballs. You guys can feel free to dig in if you want.
Are they too moist? Because they look like they may not hold their shape.
They may not, but you know what? We'll do our best.
Want some more breadcrumbs? I'm just kidding. Go throw them in there. Wait a minute, that doesn't look hot, does it? Does it need to sizzle?
Could you put
Is that water or is it oil?
That's a little bit of vegetable oil, canola oil. You don't want to overmix the meat, because then they get a little too
If you
much.
turn this too high, it'll explode, and we don't want that to happen again.
See, it's not my oven. I use a gas range. But this is all you do. This is the meatball.
Now, how long once you put them in the oil will they have to cook?
Some people don't like to fry their meat before they put it in the gravy. I do. Fry it lightly. It gives a little extra flavor, which is good.
Well, let's talk gravy then,
Yeah,
since
let's
that's
do
another
that.
significant portion.
We'll let these try to get going. Okay, now I'm going to just grab my little towel here, since I don't have my sink handy. Here's what I do with gravy, and I'm going to need the water again.
Oh, sure. I got it right here.
Not just yet. I usually mix a crushed tomato. Now, these are the San Marzano, which is the Cento specialty,
and a tomato puree.
And I use a puree, yep. Now, what we do with that, because the crushed tomato, now I crush these ahead of time just for the purposes here. I put 2 cans of crush to a can of puree, but what you need to do with this, then Lori, if you will, about halfway with water, because it's very condensed and we want to loosen it up a little bit.
All right.
Put the spoon in there. Get everything off the sides, add that too.
I do that with my
There you go.
pasta sauce.
Okay. We'll let
Wait a
you,
minute, you're
we'll let
cooking
you
in
call
the
it
kitchen
pasta.
at home there?
I know, hard to believe.
I didn't know that.
I only do it once a year.
I thought I'd read about it on your blog.
Now
Did
this
that
is how
happen?
I season my gravy. We do a little salt and pepper. Oops, that's the pepper. Here's a little salt.
Well, don't they already have some salt in them?
Probably.
Yep.
I like a lot of oregano. Everybody does it differently, and this is how I judge. Kind of
Wow.
cover the top, sort of.
What's the #1 sauce? What's the #1 ingredient when it comes to your meatballs? Like, what's the
meatballs?
ingredient that you can't do without that gives it that little kick?
I would say the meat mix. It's the beef, pork, and veal. You have
So
to have
using a
meat mix.
variety of-
Yes, you have to have the mix.
All right.
Are your meatballs and gravy as good as your mother's were?
Mine are a little better. That's what the book is all about. You see, it's very competitive.
Those are fighting words.
They are fighting words, and we argue.
Oh
and,
my
and
gosh.
you know, my kids tell me they like Nana's better. Whatever.
They can still be
What do
shipped
they
out,
know?
right, to boarding school. So where is your book available?
The book is available everywhere. It's online at gravywars.com. It's at Amazon. It's on all the bookstores now. I'm so thrilled. There's sponsors in the book. They're carrying the book. Told you earlier about the potato. Take the acid out of the gravy. Put
You
that in
just
there.
throw a peeled potato in
I
there?
put a peeled potato right in there to keep it. It absorbs the acid, and then you know what we do? We eat it.
Well, you know what? This book is available in all of those bookstores,
It's
as you
everywhere.
mentioned. Everyone in our studio audience is going to go home with their own copy of Gravy Wars, courtesy of
Lorraine Ranalli.
and Tento. Thanks so much for being here. And of course, the recipe is available on our website.
And here's the finished product.
NBCPhiladelphia.com, search
Yep.
recipes. Oh,
There you
look how
go.
fabulous.
Looks
You can
great.
have your own Italian meatballs tonight, South Philly style.
Put the meatballs in the gravy, add a little bit of the oil that you fry them in for flavor. We're good to go.
And we're done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Thanks, Lorraine.
We're back with more of the 10 Show right after the break.
Next on the 10 Show, Patty Jackson with the latest on the Jamie Foxx feud with teen queen Miley Cyrus. And later, health counselor Ali Shapiro helps you save money and save your health.